Hi everyone, it's Will. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I want to talk about kind of my why, my reason for doing YouTube. I watch a lot of videos about like self-improvement and motivation, and a lot of them say, you have to state your why that will drive you forward. And so I thought I'd address that with this channel and kind of why I continue to do it. So I guess my why is split into a couple different reasons. Which may be weird, but for me it works. First, I'd like to have YouTube be my full-time career in order to become more financially stable, because right now I rely 100% on government programs, and like a lot of people may know or may not know, they're really not that stable, and you just don't know what's going to happen to them from one day to the next. And so with the program I'm on, where it's not just me relying on the program to pay for my rent and utilities, food, all that stuff, but the people that work for me as well rely on that. So if something happens to Medicaid or Social Security program or anything like that, I'm not the only one affected. It'll be my mom relies on that, my sister relies on it. Another reason I'd like to get off of the government programs is they don't really offer any sort of benefits for the people that work for me, like my mom and my sister right now, and then anyone else who has worked for me or will in the future. There's no sort of insurance programs. They don't offer any sort of benefits, and we've run into a lot of problems with that. Trying to find reliable people who are willing to work and do the job, and forego those benefits and try to pay for them on their own. And I don't know about the state you're in, but Idaho, it's not really that cheap to sign up for an insurance program. Also, by being more financially self-sufficient and not reliant on the programs, it gives me a little bit more freedom in where I want to live, because like right now I'm kind of stuck in Idaho because Idaho is the only one that runs the program. It's called Self-Direction. They're the only ones that run it in a way that gives you the most independence, I guess. So for right now, they set up a budget. I work with the coordinator. They give me a budget every year, and so with that budget, I'm able to hire who I want to come in and do my care. And so I don't really have to deal with the agencies and all that stuff, which I've been working with, and that'll be in a different video. But yeah, like I say, it kind of keeps me in Idaho, which makes it difficult to find people to work. And I've looked at moving to different states, but since every state runs their programs extremely differently, I haven't really found anywhere that I'd want to live that would work for my level of independence and the goals I want to achieve in life. So for example, I was looking at a few years ago at moving to Los Angeles, and I was speaking with their Department of Health, I think, and the way that the woman explained it to me, how to get switched over to the program in California is first I would have to notify Idaho that I was moving, so that Idaho could shut off my services here. And then I would have to get moved to wherever I was moving to in California. And then once I'm in California, then I would have to notify them that I was living there. And I would have to establish a residency. So I believe it's 30 days. And then after residency is established, then I can apply for services. So that's, on average, 30 days right off the bat without any sort of services, money to pay for people, caregivers, all that stuff. And then the application process and going through and getting signed up and training people and all that. It was not really feasible for me, and it still isn't. And so, these programs, they are helpful to a certain extent, but they tend to hinder you a little bit more than you first expect. Also, I want to, kind of clarify, by financial stability, I don't really mean like, I'm not looking for thousands and thousands of dollars just to buy, all the fancy things and flex on social media and all that. That stuff isn't really important to me. I don't really care about buying things. And anyone who knows me knows I'm very minimalist, I guess you could say. But just the ability to, pay my bills on time, cover all my bills by myself. One of the major things is buy my own groceries. I haven't bought groceries for myself in years. It's always up to mom, being generous enough to supply groceries for my house and feed me and take care of, gas in my car and insurance and taking me to appointments and all that stuff. I'd like to be able to pay for those things, since they are for me. It's my appointment, so it should be my responsibility. I want to be the one paying for gas and taking care of my car and all the, maintenance that goes along with that. And then, while we're out and about, be the one that pays for lunch and, just be a little bit more independent in that sense, to where I'm not always such a financial, burden, I guess, on other people. And while these things may sound like small potatoes to most people, to me, it's a big thing to be able to, go grocery shopping and pay myself. And while money is a major contributing factor, the ability to express myself creatively on this platform, personally, and to connect with people, who may or may not be in the same situation and need advice, and just to bring awareness to certain issues, in the disability community that may not be addressed or even talked about all that much. Those things are what inspires me to do these videos. Be able to talk about these things, and hopefully be able to help someone else. And finally, I'd like to be able to do giveaways on this channel. Kind of give back to all of you who have been here, who support me by watching my videos, commenting, liking my videos, reaching out to me on other platforms like Instagram and Facebook. I've gotten to talk to quite a few of you, and I really enjoy the conversations and learning about people. I talked to someone in Romania the other day, and we had a really nice conversation. I talked to a guy in India. I've talked to people all over the country. And it's just fun, being able to connect, especially where, I'm not really able to get out all that often. So, this has really kind of opened up my world, and, I enjoy it. I'd also like to be able to travel and collaborate with other YouTubers who are in the disability community, or even not. I don't really want to, pigeonhole myself into one niche. I think it's important to collaborate with other people and, cross-promote across different genres. That way, people who may not think about, disability issues or anything like that, it'll just kind of bring awareness to a whole other group of people. So, while there are multiple avenues of making money on YouTube and social media in general, I realize that a lot of you don't have money. We're all kind of in the same situation. But the easiest way to support a channel that you like is to simply, subscribe, hit the notification bell, hit that like button. The like button really helps the algorithm. Leaving a comment. I read every single comment. Even though I don't respond to everyone or heart it, I do read it. I do read every one. I have it set up on my phone to where every morning it reads through all of my comments. So I listen to that every morning, kind of as my my morning motivation, just to hear other people's views, their stories, that kind of stuff. And hopefully one day the channel will be big enough to work with other brands, and get sponsorships and those sort of things. More passive income. And I'll only ever accept brands that I actually use or that I have used, that I believe in, because I think it's just disingenuous to push something just for the money. And you can always tell when someone doesn't use or actually enjoy a product. So if you ever do see those things come along, just know that I actually use the product. Which is why I do link affiliate links in the description box. They're actually items that I have used, I do use, that I know work. And affiliate links, they do help out a little bit with money here and there when someone does buy. And even if you don't buy the exact item that I link. I believe Amazon keeps, I think it's 24 hours. So anything you purchase within 24 hours of clicking on one of my links, I do make a little percentage of whatever you may buy, and that does help. Also, I've decided to start selling merch. The link is in the description box. I know, like a lot of people don't have money, but if you do and you enjoy what I've put together, it is just one design so far, but that is something that helps. So anyways, thank you guys for watching my video. Make sure to subscribe, click the notification bell, hit that like button to boost the video in the algorithm. Leave me a comment. I would love to hear your thoughts on this. What is your why? What do you do to push yourself forward every day? And what's your reason for it? I'd love to hear from you and your feedback. So anyways, guys, I will see you in the next video. Bye.